you so much for coming to Ireland and making all the fans so happy. I'm probably one of the biggest ones you have here. You got to do some sightseeing yesterday, I believe. I saw that you got to taste the Guinness. How did that measure up for you?
I love Guinness. So it was really great to come here, and I had a lot of mates of mine back in LA who have been to Dublin, and they highly recommended it. So I had to knock that off the bucket list.
Good.
Went to Jameson, did the same thing there, and I love being here.
Brilliant. We love having you. It's so great that you could come. I mean, I know you filmed this one 2 years, but it all ends next week. How does it feel for you guys to be finally wrapping up?
I feel sad about it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's all about the journey looking back. You know, it's great that we have films out there that will last forever, so we can always look back and see the journey that we've all, taken and the growth that we've all gone through. It's sad.
I thought I was going to miss, and I do miss playing my character, and it is bizarre.
Quite nice at the end, finally.
I know, I finally smiled in the movies. I thought that was going to be sort of the thing that was the hardest to say goodbye to, but it's actually really sad to think about, the premiere and the last Comic-Con and things like that where the fans gather, the signing that we're going to later today. Just because, there's so much positive energy, and it's just, I don't know, the kind of enthusiasm that our fan base has for these movies, I know that it's such a unique thing, and it's just sad to say goodbye to that, and we're just not going to have the opportunity. Even I'm sure we'll go off to make other movies and stuff. But I think I can speak for Kellan too when I say we start to connect with them and really recognize some of them, and they come back year after year, and you're like, oh, your kid's getting older, you changed your hair. It's just weird to not have those interactions anymore.
Yeah. This must be so special for you, particularly because you get to sing on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's very special, and believe it or not, I know it sort of seems like it was just kind of a given, because I'm in the movies, but Paul and I fought so hard for this, and we actually turned in this song. We wrote it almost a year ago for this movie, and we didn't know until about a month ago that it made the soundtrack, and it just was... I think it's a really great way, writing is something that I've always felt really connected to, and it's been a great form of expression for me, and, to write something for the movie, for these characters that the fans love so much, it feels really special to have that all come together.
Oh, we can't wait to hear it.
It's so good.
Really looking forward to as well, your scene, the arm wrestle scene with Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
How was that to film? Did she put up any fight at all?
I mean, I've been looking forward to filming that scene ever since I read the books, so I'm glad we got to make it. Thank you, fans. They're the ones who, again, their passion fuels our momentum, and it definitely mirrors our passion to make the movies. But filming that scene with Kristen, it was just great for me to see Vampire Bella that she created.
Yeah.
So for Kristen to have two characters and be brilliant with both of them in their own little way. It was fun acting that scene. In real life, I would kick her butt on wrestling, but it was just fun because I've been looking forward to that scene for so long.
And at what point did you guys realize that this was going to be just such an enormous franchise all over the world? Because obviously when you started out, you didn't realize it was going to be so huge.
I think we had moments all along. There's one that sticks out in my mind, very specific. I remember the first Comic-Con, which I believe only Rob and Kristen and Catherine Hardwicke, the first director, went to, and I watched it on TV. I think it was some news station, and I remember one of them getting out of the our, and the screaming was so intense that it was distorting the microphones from the news station, and I was like, Is that for our movie? Does that mean we get to make another movie? It was that moment of, and then all along the way I remember sitting with Elizabeth Reeser on the set of Eclipse, which was the third, and she was like, wow, there's fans camping outside. I mean, this thing must be huge. And I was going, so all along the way, I don't think there's ever been a time where we're oh yeah, these are really big movies. I think we're continually surprised and humbled by it.
Yeah. Fans are so crazy though. You must have some pretty amazing fan stories. Anything particularly weird?
He's got some good ones.
It's like he got handcuffed, I believe.
That one, yeah, during the first movie, I've never had fans. I never had fans, but not like whoever came to set. So it was really weird when I got a knock on my hotel door, thinking it was room service because I eat a lot. And I opened the door and there was two women there with a little laundry basket full of all my favorite candies. And I'm
Good
like,
research.
hello, you are the best room service ever. And then you realize they're fans. And I was like, so close to being like, yeah, come on in. Like,
Were you shirtless?
I
Were you
got
in a
out of
towel?
the shower.
Yeah, I
too.
heard that.
Yeah, I'm sure
He made their life.
But yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was room service or like one of the cast members. And then it was just very, yeah. I got wise.
I'm so much looking forward to see what you guys have next when you're done with Twilight. I know you're working with Ray Liotta on the upcoming project, and you with Mickey Rourke. That's so exciting.
I did 4 really cool
Yeah, you've
movies
been
this
working
year.
nonstop.
This year was such a great year, just in terms of work for me. I fought really, really hard for some projects that I knew it wasn't going to be easy to. People have sort of an idea of who you are as an actor, and I've made a lot of really dramatic films, and so anything lighthearted, it's kind of been like pushed away from me, like, oh, Nikki's not right for that. So I played some really funny characters. I worked with Liam Hemsworth in Empire State and Joss Whedon in Your Eyes, and then I also have my jewelry line, Matlin Era, that came out on Monday, and Paul and I have a record coming out in the next couple of days.
So much. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time, and I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to see the movie because I said I'm such a huge fan. And enjoy Dublin while you're here.
Thank you so much.